And welcome back, fellow retirees and adventurers alike. Today, we're going to step up our vitamin D game. We're going to take an adventure and travel out to Beer Can Island and get the vitamin D directly from the source. Now, if that sounds like a fun adventure to you, grab your bags, don't forget your sunglasses, and I'll see you out on the island. Let's go. Welcome to Beer Can Island. All right, folks, we are on the island. And as I mentioned, this is an island. The only way to get here is by boat or jet ski. But there is another way. There's a ferry that actually comes here. It leaves out of St. Pete. And I believe it's called the Dolphin or maybe the Porpoise. But anyways, you book it in St. Pete. I'll leave the information up here for you. It's about 45 minutes, I believe, and they'll bring you over here for a couple hours, and then it's a 45-minute drive back. It's between $60 and $80, I believe. But it's a good way to come explore the island. And again, it's some place where you can come and soak up your vitamin D the au natural way. All right, let's go for a walk, shall we? I'm going to change the view so you can see what I'm looking at. All right, folks, so we are headed to the north side of the island. I'll put up a little diagram of where we're walking to. As you can see, a bunch of destruction. A bunch of trees have come down. Still some pretty decent walking paths, though. Okay, so all you fishermen out here, this is a secret. This area right here holds some of the best redfish and trout fishing on any of these little spoil islands. Now this is a secret, so don't tell anybody, okay? But you can't come on the weekends because there's too much boat traffic that scare the fish away. But yeah, best thing, some live shrimp, or you can catch some pilchards. Great fishing, and if you go underneath the old dock right here, sheep's head everywhere, and pretty decent sized sheep's head as well. So a little history about Beer Can Island. Beer Can Island is actually not the name. It's actually called Pine Key. Pine Key was born, and I do say born because it's man-made. It was created by man. They're actually dredging out the channel in Tampa Bay. Generally, Tampa Bay is anywhere from 12 to 16 feet deep. Well, they put in shipping channels that now go down to 40 feet. So all the sand they dredged out had to go somewhere, so it just kind of piled and accumulated here. Well, back in the 1940s, as the island started growing and peeking its head out of the water, well, boaters came and brought all their Bud Light and beer cans, left it, and after partying for the weekend, and there you go, the name was born, Beer Can Island. All righty, we're kind of snaking through the jungles here on Beer Can Island, making our way to the west side. You see the boaters in the background. Truly, if you don't know about Beer Can Island, you got to come here and give it a try. It's the closest thing we have to our island paradise, like in the Bahamas or Puerto Rico. It's just nice to come out here for the day and relax, soak up the sun, get our vitamin D, and enjoy the island life. All right, we are emerging out of the jungle, making our way out to the southeastern side of the island. As you can see, they have a hot dog cart out here, out on the water, on a floating pontoon. And this is the hot dog stand. How often do you guys run?
Only on the weekends.
Weekends?
Weekends and special events.
All right, and we got hot dogs, peanuts, and...
Hot dogs, peanuts, Italian ice, rainbow, watermelon, blueberry, and mango.
Love it. You guys are a lifesaver.
$5, been out here 8 years.
Delicious hot dogs.
It's all beef hot dogs. We go to Beer Can Island, over towards Fantasy Island, all along the Spoil Island.
Perfect.
Sometimes up the Alafaya River.
Well, we certainly appreciate you being here.
All right, thank you.
That's looking to the south and west, I'm sorry, east, and going back to the north. The island's not that big at all. I'll put up a graphic to show exactly how big the island is compared to everything else here in Tampa Bay. Now, last year, this island was dealt a 1-2 punch in the form of Hurricane Helene. This island had an infrastructure on it, had a bar, a tiki bar, a portable slide that you slide down. I think they even had like some concert event or something like that here. Well, Hurricane Helene showed up, and that put this whole island under 8 feet of water. And it's in the very spot that I'm standing at right now. Now I'm 6'2". Can you imagine 2 more feet above me? So that pretty much wiped out everything on the island. The tiki bar, the slide, everything was gone. Well, then after a couple months, here comes Hurricane Milton. Hurricane Milton finished the final blow to the island. It wiped out 50% of the trees, blew them over, threw them out in the Gulf, sunk them, and the rest of the trees are pretty much just kind of scattered on the island, uprooted. Here, I'll show you a couple. You can see on the south side of the island, all the uprooted trees. Just think of the winds and how powerful they were to do that much damage. I don't know how long the hurricane sat over or the winds hit the island, but it had to be a while for them to do this much damage. So the current owners, I believe they bought this place in 2017, and they bought it for $63,000, I believe. Well, after all the devastation, they had it up for sale for $14 million. I think they're trying to make a little bit of a profit there. Well, needless to say, the island did not sell. So now I think they're gonna try and redo all the infrastructure, what they had once before. They started to build a little structure over there. I don't know if you saw it, but it had a blue tarp on it. I think that's gonna be the new bar, the tiki bar area. Kudos to the new owners for sticking through it, because this is such a treasure. And again, if you haven't been here, you gotta come to the island and enjoy it. All right, so now our little journey has brought us to the southwest side of the island. We have 2 choices. We can either take the tsunami waves of doom, or we can do the jungle course and go through the jungle of death. I know which one I'm gonna choose. Let's go through the jungle of death. All right, we are going through, folks. We found our path. We're going through the devastation, and we're making our way around to the west side of the island. Could we be lost? That'd be treacherous to be lost in the jungle of death, everyone. If you're receiving this, I may need help. Or GPS, maybe? That might help. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see my view. There used to be a bunch of trails through here, but I guess not so much anymore. So now we're just gonna have to work our way through here. Let's go this way. All right, there's our path. That's the direction we're going in. Now let's just get there. We may be trapped, folks. Is there a rescue dog around here anywhere? All right, let's go this way. I think way up there I can see a clearing. That's where we're headed to, folks. That's our way out of the jungle of death. All right, everyone, thank you for sticking with me. We have made it out of the jungle of death. Right behind me is the beach where it all started from. So together, we were no match for the jungle of death. Kudos, everyone. Thank you for enduring that with me. Let's show you this. This is an example of the utter destruction that this island went through. This is a root ball. I'm 6'2". This is almost 20 foot tall. One of the hurricanes took this from the interior of the island and brought it all the way out here. And we're talking tons of a tree that this hurricane picked up and brought out here. This is amazing. And just think about what the island went through between Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Utter destruction, but yet the island still survives. All right, folks, that just about concludes this episode. Thank you for being here with me, taking the travels. We survived a boat ride out to an uncharted island. We fought off tsunamis. We went through the jungles of death, and we had a good time doing it. Anyways, this is an adventure that you can do easily. Just step outside your comfort zone, hop on a boat, and come explore the island. With that being said, I'll leave you with this little tidbit of thought-provoking content. We are a sum of all of our life's unique experiences. Put them in a blender, blend it together, pour it in a glass. If you don't like the taste of it, add something sweet to make it taste a little bit better. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care, lifers.